co-founder at Skype would always say, and it was like, it's not the big who beat the small, it's the fast who beat the slow.
Right.
So like
right.
you have to be focused on this stuff. That's how you win, not just being big.
So we are now in Hong Kong's Central District, and we're going to meet with Geoffrey Prentice, the co-founder of a company called Orienta, which is based in Hong Kong but operates in Southeast Asia, tackling one of the biggest challenges there, which is financial inclusion. I'm very excited to meet today with Jeff from Orienta, one of the co-founders of this exciting company that is based in Hong Kong but operates in Southeast Asia. So what you're trying to solve is this, one of the biggest challenges is financial inclusion. So tell us a little bit about the company itself. How did you come up with this idea? Why did you decide to jump into it?
Yeah, well, basically we're focused on Vietnam, Indonesia, Philippines at the moment. And in these markets, basically you have 2% credit card penetration, and 7% of people don't have a bank account.
Right.
So you're solving a real problem. And the way we started this was I started Skype, we started a company called Atomico, a venture capital firm, and so I was going to start another investment firm here. So I was looking at opportunities in financial services in Southeast Asia.
Right.
And I couldn't find any.
Right.
So I said, let's just build it ourselves.
So how many clients do you have at the moment?
4 million customers.
4 million across different
Yes,
three
Vietnam,
countries.
Indonesia, and Philippines.
Can you give us like a portrait of a typical client of Orienta?
Our clientele skews female, and it tends to be like about the early 30s. This tends to be our customer base.
So is it more like a housewives or?
A lot of housewives, but people who work. I mean, both of that. Because we take care of the unbanked and banked. So a lot of women don't have also bank accounts.
Right.
So a lot of those. But we found out in this whole cycle we're going through that these women are much better at paying us back.
Right. Responsible.
We're responsible. Well, I think the idea of being a fintech company doesn't mean having a website, having an app. All that's doing is shifting loan sharks online.
Right.
Our focus has been building a real infrastructure. So building the KYC processes, the collection processes, all that back-end stuff that's very unsexy, that's what drives rates down. Everyone wanted to be a fintech company the last few years. But the reality is they found out that that's expensive and costs a lot of money, and it also is very difficult.
And regulated.
And all these other issues to do. So we can help them leverage their user base, the knowledge they have about their user base, and offer them financial services. This has changed a lot over the last couple months. Before that, everyone wanted to build it themselves. Now everyone has an open mind about working with other people who do this for a living.
When it comes to perspective, say in 5 years, how would you describe success for yourself for the Orienta?
Well, I think we become the de facto place to go for SMEs and consumers in financial services. That's what we want to be able to do. We want to help our merchants grow and help our consumers grow. That's what we want to make sure to happen.
Do you have any numbers in mind where, the market share or?
Well, I don't know. The thing that's very interesting about these markets, the biggest lender, let's say in the Philippines, is a pawn shop. Cebuana pawn shop.
Right.
So there's no, we're not trying to get rid of banks, right? We're trying to actually create a new category. Most of the people, the biggest lender in these places actually are your mother-in-law. That's who lends you money.
Uncle,
it's a very different kind of thing like this. Co-founder at Skype would always say, and it was like, it's not the big who beat the small, it's the fast who beat the slow.
Right.
So you have to be focused on this stuff. That's how you win, not just being big.
And we said we could do this. We could make banking accessible, and more than that, we can create a bank that truly empowers people and help people to unleash their full potential.